Yahoo, minasan konnichiwa, Annie desu. Hi everyone, I'm Annie. I am a commerce student who is doing her exchange here in Vancouver. It's been one semester already, oh my god. It's kind of unbelievable to imagine that I've been here for one semester. That's already half of the journey. Oh my god. I feel like I am very lucky to be able to go on an exchange for a full year. I know everyone is different, but me personally, I need a considerable amount of time to kind of get to know the place, to settle down before I can truly appreciate the place and making my best time out of it. In the beginning, I was feeling insanely homesick. I missed my friends and I missed on all of this activity that was going on. I felt like I was missing out on so many things, and it just made me feeling very confined and trapped in this box that I was pushing and feeling very distant from the people around me here in Canada. But as time passes by and as I start to open my heart a bit more to the city, to the people I meet, to the places I go to, and to the stuff that I was gradually getting involved with, things start to pick up. And yeah, the city is slowly growing on me. Just within 4 months, I felt like I am quite a different person from who I was 4 months ago. I learned more about myself, about society, all of the goodness and all of the badness this international learning experience has to offer. So yeah, here are the 7 things that I have compiled from what I learned after 1 semester of studying abroad. Let's get to it. 始めましょう. Number 1, trust the goodness in people. Now this might sound like a very straightforward thing, and of course it can happen anywhere around the world. But after coming to Canada and living here, I slowly understand and appreciate more about people acting out of genuineness and out of kindness. And it can happen from everyday littlest thing. Greetings to the bus driver, or checking up on your neighbors and your roommate. The littlest thing that I get to experience here on a daily basis. And it slowly helped me realize that there are just tiny magical moments like that in the mundane of everyday life. And it reminds me that there are just people who are willing to act out of kindness. And we should take a step back, look at things in from a different lens, and appreciate those tiny moments in life. Number 2, spend your money. You deserve it. So when I sat the interview for UBC, I remember the interviewer asking me how I intended to fund this upcoming exchange. And I remember telling him that I already started preparing since day 1. From my first day of university, I already imagined myself to be traveling abroad for an exchange program. And ever since day 1, I started saving up. I took up some part-time jobs, some freelancing stuff. I got an award, and I also have my mom's support, which is really important. I don't want to admit that, but so I pretty much was determined to go on exchange, and I had it all planned out. Going on exchange is something you can only do once. That's why I save up for a really long time. I saved up for 2 years, and it's time for me to get what I've been working so hard for. I've worked so hard for this, and I'm never gonna be able to experience something like this again. So might as well enjoy it. So yeah, if I want to go to Toronto, I would spend that money on that plane ticket. If I want to go to Banff or Vancouver Island, I just do it. Actually, I'm going on a ski trip in January, which is going to be my first time going skiing. I think it cost me like $400 in total, but it's something that I will never get a second chance to do, so I'm willing to make the investment. When it comes to deciding whether to spend the money or not, I think that it's highly important to set your priorities. For example, it might be a $6.99 poutine, but it could be the best $6.99 poutine you've ever had. Is that important to you? It's important to me. So to sum up, don't deprive yourself from having a really good time, because who knows when's the next time you get to enjoy something like this. But at the same time, try to be financially conscious as well. Between a $15 dinner at this restaurant, you can totally use that money to make 2 dinners. So yep, just be conscious of what you're spending on. Number 3, get lost and actually enjoying it. Get into that exhilarating feeling of going to the unknown and discovering something that can be so worthwhile. Most amazing trips are from the most unexpected ones, and you'll just love it. So a funny story, I actually met someone online, and that person just hit me up to see if I wanted to go to Deep Cove, because that night, I believe that it was the perfect night that you can see the whole galaxy and the Milky Way, and also some constellations. But it's a pretty long ride from UBC, so he asked me if I want to come along and we can like split the cost. And yeah, so I just said cool, let's go. And it was one of the most beautiful places I've been to. Being spontaneous is hard. It's also quite difficult to trust someone you've just met or someone you've never met, but I don't regret going on that trip at all. It's definitely worth it to take the chance sometimes, because you never know what you're gonna get. Number 4, take the challenge. You might never get to do this again. Follow up on the point from before, but trying new things is totally worth it. Now, contrary to many people who have not met me outside, I am very introverted and I am very shy and I am quite conservative. So when it comes to adventures and doing wild, I am quite reluctant. But being here on exchange, I try to convince myself you should take a chance. This is something that only Vancouver can offer. It's an opportunity of a lifetime. You'll never get to do this in Beppu. So yeah, I said yes to so many things at UBC, and I said yes to so many things in Vancouver. I said yes to partying. I said yes to the polar swim, which is like jumping into the ocean on the last day of class. Yeah, it was wild. So basically, to relieve these accumulated stress over the whole semester into the cold water, I also said yes to skating. Yeah, oh my god, I never skated before in my life until I came to Vancouver, and now I'm doing a pretty okay job. So try to be a yes person. A lot of time, no people will face questions that would doubt themselves and which hinder themselves from taking the chance and doing it. Questions like, will I injure myself? What if I don't like it? I don't think I'll be good with it. It's okay. You're gonna have a great time anyways, and if you fail, you kind of learn. Try to say yes and try to open yourself to new opportunities, whether it's a new place, it's new food, or learning something new like me and skating or coding. I learned that coding is hard, but at least I tried. When we say yes, we're opening ourselves to possibilities and opportunities that we can't even imagine. And isn't that what life's about? Into the unknown. Number 5, seeing the town from your own perspective. This is probably one of the reasons why I didn't do much research about Vancouver when I came here, because I wanted that raw feeling of discovering things out by myself. Trying those local food, going to those both touristy and non-touristy places, and experience the whole culture shock and first impression by myself. Because under the influence of an external factor, or in this case the news you read, or something that your friend or your seniors tell you, it might build up your expectation and it might distort how you perceive a new place. I take in tips and advice or recommendations from people around me, but I make sure that I have something very private and very personal about me and Vancouver. If there's one recommendation I would give you, is that when you go to a new city, take the public bus. You'll be surprised by how much of the city is happening on that one single ride. Number 6, prioritizing. I already touched on this one before, but I will touch on it again because I really think it's important when it comes to knowing what's important to you and when it comes to traveling abroad and doing an international study like this. Think about short-term versus long-term goal, and when you're able to lay out what matters to you right now versus what matters to you in the future, you can kind of able to attach on the peripherals activities that would help you accomplish those short and those long-term goals. And it definitely at the same time helps you filter out what is not important. Speaking from a perspective of a visitor here in Canada, I have a deadline to myself. I will be out of here in 6 months, so it's highly important for me to plan out what I will be doing in 9 months and how to maximize my time here. So I tried laying out my short-term versus my long-term goal, what I want to do in the first 3 months, which was to get to know the place, but then in the long term, in this case the rest of my exchange year, I want to take advantage of all the things that Vancouver has to offer, which include the humongous resource on campus, all of the unique activities that I can find here that is not currently offered to me at APU. So all of the events that promote diversity, inclusivity, community building, giving back to each other, to more academic and more related to what I'm studying or what I'm interested in. I want to learn more about digital marketing. I want to do public relations to see what it's like, and I'm trying to test the water on UX and UI design because it's still a very baby concept in APU or even in Japan, but it's growing so fast, and so I want to spend the remaining months to get to know it. And I don't know, let's see how it goes. It might be another potential path I can consider, maybe. Number 7, make mistake, you'll be alright. So I want to end this video today by giving you a pat on the back and tell you that it's okay to make mistakes because it's gonna happen anyway, but you'll learn. Being on exchange or just being in school, you have this amazing platform to just try out new things and testing the water. You're in school, you're on exchange, you have this enormous playground to do whatever you like. That's what I've been trying for the past 4 months. I've been trying to incorporate tiny twitches here and there onto the contents I produce, onto the videos I make, just to test the water or to refine my skills. I kind of realized that there are some contents that I really enjoy making, and there are some contents that I really need to work on. But it's okay because I'm given this chance to try and fail and learn. Isn't that wonderful? So if this sounds way too abstract for you, I will tone it down a bit. You will miss the bus, but it's okay because the next bus will come. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye!